Alright, I'm Jazz.
I'm BRITT.
NYCWAO, let's talk about
Outlander.
Okay, this episode, y'all know it started out, last episode, Jamie came downstairs and he had a gun to the face.
Yeah.
And he's standing there and Claire gets up, she sees him, there's all these dudes in the house. Because I was like, what? Here we go again. I'm so tired of it.
Walking in though, like,
I was so tired of because I was like, I'm getting so tired of them having to run everywhere. I want them to be home. I want to see them, do things.
I watch them just, sweep the floor.
Yeah, whatever. Do Scottish people have rushes on the floor, or is it just the Irish? Is it the Irish or the Scottish that put the rushes back in this story? Whatever. Bottom line is, I want to see them doing that, slipping the rushes and all that crap. At the mill and all of that, walking around, and I want to see that. I don't want to see them at no daggone campfires no more. And these dudes come in there with the daggone guns, and I'm like, here we go. Are you serious? And that's why I haven't gone to read the books because because I like the show, because the show came on, and that's when I found out, oh, it's a book. And I was like, dang, but I don't want to read the book. I want to watch this show. You know what I'm saying? And be clean of it. You know what I'm saying? Like, and not judge it and critique it based off of the book, because I'm really actually enjoying the show. I can imagine people who read the book are not enjoying certain parts of the show. You know what I'm saying? But generally, that's how it is. But so I was like, dang man, these guys come in here and come to find out they're what they call the Watch. Yeah. And they basically help all the Scottish people, protecting them from the Red Coast so that they're not getting handled. But at the same time, they're handling their people. I mean, because that's the way I was seeing it. I'm like,
I don't need them little man. That's fine.
Like, they coming in here, they eating up their food, and they just
being ratchet,
ignorant, and a mess. Like, it was nothing but Wu-Tang Clan, and you got the ASAP Clan, and goddamn Young Thug, and all of them up in there. It was a mess. Like, what the hell is going on?
He was like, I'm gonna stay here for a few days. Make it worth my while.
It was ridiculous. It was ridiculous. And then, like, they just was disrespectful to Jamie. But Jamie, he didn't want to let nobody treat him all type of way. If Jamie had his way, they would have had a sword fight. Jamie would have died. Everybody would have died. And it would have been a mess. But Jamie might not have died because Jamie's ill with the sword. Yeah. But Ian coming in, he's like, he had to keep Jamie chill.
And Jenny was like, oh, this is my cousin.
Yeah.
Did she say something? I don't remember.
But I found it interesting that they didn't tell them. I mean, because of course, yes, he still has the price on his head.
They're not family. They don't live.
Yeah,
they're not exactly. They can't trust them.
Exactly. But I was like, interesting. So, but Jamie can't take that. He can't sit at the head of the table. He's got to sit there and be quiet. And it's like, Jamie is not for that fudge at all. He is not. No, he's like, I'm not nobody's chump. That's how you know that flogging probably really took a lot out of him. That happening to him, and even not just the flogging, but how he had to kind of,
now he's on the run. He can't even go check on his sister.
And he had to be humble at his uncles. You know what I'm saying? When they was there, like the way they treated him. Now we're seeing like how Jamie truly is. Like it's like he ain't nobody's punk. You know what I'm saying? So it was kind of crazy. It's kind of crazy seeing that. But Jimmy ass going to labor. It's like
no. First we need to talk about how that man put his feet on the table.
Child, did y'all see that?
Claire said.
First of all, Claire and Jamie went like this, but Claire stayed on the legs like,
are you gonna move your feet, sir? And off of these people's table?
Where they eat at, you trifling bastard. And he was doing that to get a rise out of it. He was being a jackass. Mess.
And then they set the hay on fire. Yo.
But the leader, he knew that they was being whatever. And Jamie was like, these people let you into their home, they blah, blah, blah. But, he got them, he broke them down. They trying to, beat him up.
Talking about, I need you on my team.
Yeah. But he knew that something wasn't right about Jamie. He knew that he wasn't just some cousin, because he has the air of someone who's in charge of a leader. And that's what I like about Jamie being back at home at Lollygroup, because it's his swag, his confidence. He's back to him.
He's like, this is my stuff.
Yeah, and he's not running and scared and having to be humble and being behind his uncle. What's his name? Dougal.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Having to look after Claire because she's always popping off at the mouth and doing something stupid.
Yeah, and that you remember when the guys shunned her about that? They was like, but I was like, it's kind of crazy. But then later the Irishman comes. Jamie sees him and with the guy.
He was like, I know.
He was like, y'all know each other? And dude was like, nah, I thought I did. But then later he go and he trying to extort Jamie.
Yeah, like, give me all your money, and we're straight. I won't tell him.
I won't tell him that you got a price in your head. But, you know, because it's one of those things of, I guess, because, for Jamie, they don't know about the watch. Well, he didn't know about the watch, so he didn't feel confident that they wouldn't say anything. Yeah. And obviously, Jenny didn't feel confident either. Because if she did, she would be like, whatever. But, dude, when he extorted him, I'm looking at Jamie like, you're not going to kill him? That's what I was thinking. Like, off top, you should have killed him. Turn up moment and turn up character was Ian.
Yep.
He's turned up character. Turn up worthy character.
I said no!
Exactly. But turn up worthy scene was when Ian put that blade through his back, because that dude needed that. He needed that immediately, because it was like, okay, Jamie come and bring the money, and he brought the money because Ian told him.
He was like, I'm gonna need some more.
Yeah, because Ian told him about some money that the father had stashed away for them, or whatever the case may be, for their future kids or whatever. Yeah. And he go bring him this money. He said, okay, good, that's great, but when I get to America, there's a thing of me making a living, so I was thinking you can help me with that.
Because it's like, are you lame? You know what I'm saying? Are you blind?
He's a piece of trash. That's what he is.
Why didn't you make your own living?
It was ridiculous. He was coming at Jamie on some fugazi. But when Ian came through, I was like, yes. Because all I kept thinking is, dang, Jamie, you ain't going to be fat. He's like, you know what I mean? He's down below. Is he going to be fast enough? Even though he was getting ready, homie was getting ready too.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But Ian came through, but Ian was shaking afterwards.
Yeah, that postpartum.
But Jamie, you saw Jamie looked out for him though, and he was talking about, I remember when we was younger, and we was saying like, what's the greatest sin? Fornication or murder. Yeah. Then we was just saying how, well, if you gotta go to hell, whatever. And Jamie was like, well, I gotta go with you because you'll never be okay in hell. You get yourself in trouble. It was really cute. I like their friendship. Like, it showed like how close they are. And Jenny was talking about that, saying how they both were always together. Nobody, they were inseparable, and they, whatever the case may be. But I was like, yo, homie needed to die. This how Ian gotta get
greedy. That's just greedy.
But Ian gotta get turned up worthy character also, because when they were sitting at that table, and homie was like, why'd you kill him? And Ian was like, listen, let me explain, because Ian was gonna take it.
Yeah.
But this was how bossed up Jamie was looking, sitting at that table, was like, I did it because he said, I'm a whatever. He took the fall because he knew Ian couldn't. He couldn't say Ian did it. Yeah. But he took the fall for it, and he was like, "Sorry, run him through." Then I was like, "Yes,
run him through."
Basically, but he was like, "So now, he was like, so I did whatever." But then because he told him that, he was like, "All right, I need you to come ride with me."
And he was like,
which was ridiculous, because did they forget that the same Irishman that you said you never liked anyway?
He's the one who put you in contact with this
so-called, we can go do this. The same Irishman who tried to extort Jamie, y'all gonna still do his plan? That don't make any sense. That was just foolish. And I'm looking at Jamie like, didn't you hear this? Like, 'cause remember when Jamie stopped at the door, he heard them talking, so I didn't understand why he didn't.
But I guess he just didn't want to cause a ruckus in the house because he's still outnumbered. Him and Ian together.
Yeah, because he was like, told me seven bodies, 7 graves, or something like that. Yeah. But it was just crazy. But then when he told him, he was like, no, I would never turn you into the Red Coast, because he said he's been in an English jail. He said he wouldn't do that.
Listen, that's just not my style.
I thought that was a really good scene, and I thought that was a pretty good line too. But of course, it was a setup, and they was effed up. Ian comes being dragged back by the other dude, and with no pay. Yeah. And I'm like, so is somebody gonna make another one for him? You know what I'm saying? It's crazy out here.
There's gotta be some woodsmith there.
And no Jamie. And Claire talking about, where is Jamie? They talking about the Red Coats got him. Don't tell me that bull-ish.
With this regular straight face on, like, this is okay.
Did y'all not see his back? We ain't got time for that. We don't have time for that. We do not.
Jamie's gonna come back with a bald head. Like.
Listen, they gotta get Jamie, but with Claire, that's what I said, yo, Claire, and her 1920s behind is gonna go ride on that horse.
I'm about to go get my due.
All right, because this is not an option at all. I was like, nah, man. Now let's talk about Jenny real quick and that pregnancy. Lord.
Jenny was just like, yo, it is what it is. Like, make sure that, my brother knows I love him.
Yeah.
Make sure that Ian knows I love him.
Because she was thinking she was out of here. It was crazy.
Obviously, she was in a lot of pain, but she was just walking around with her hand on her hip, like.
Yeah. She was taking it like a champ.
Yep.
And then when she gave her the little brother's this carving with Swarney or whatever his name was, she was like, give this to Jamie. She was like, and Claire was like, no, you're gonna give it to Jamie. I think the best scenes.
And then the midwife, all of a sudden now the midwife
she got an emergency and all that stuff, so Claire had to try to turn the baby. I was like, yo, breach back then? Hell no. Hell no. That joint was crazy.
You don't know if the baby gonna be like, throwing the roll.
Yeah, when she had to.
Like,
yeah, she might be stepping. And babies be tripping in the womb, man. Especially when it's time for them to come out. They be tripping. But I thought it was insane. Like, I was like, oh man, Jenny. And when she was like, when she told her, she said, I'm gonna have to turn him, reach inside you and turn him. She was like, all right, but then you're gonna have to give me a good, what she said, a dram or whatever. She was like, well, the baby's gonna be drunk. She was like, well, then he's gonna come out a true Scotsman.
Yeah.
When she does that, I was like, she's so cute. I like Jenny. But, I don't know what the hell Claire was talking about. She know goddamn well that girl was gonna need something.
Claire was tripping. She thought that she had epidural.
And I was saying, you got an epidural, Claire?
You ain't got no goddamn. You got Tylenol PM. Like, you don't even have ZQL.
She ain't got nothing. ZQL would have made that right. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like, come on.
ZQL be happy you were.
When she was in that pain and she was like, tell me what it's like to be pregnant. She was like, she gave it a look like, bitch, I'm busy to talk to you about this. But she was like, it's like when your man's inside you, you know, and he goes deep inside you, and he's coming inside you. That joke was so crazy, but it was deep how she said it though. Like it was, I was like, wow, that's what it's like.
Yeah, she said, but it's like all of them is in me.
Yeah, she said, and the throbbing, you know, she said they just want to come back. Really, that's all they want. They want to come back. I like it. I love it.
You can't come back into someone's room.
But I guess that's how men are. They with their children, they see it as they're like kind of reincarnated type thing. Yeah. Well, especially with their sons. Yeah. You know what I mean? Especially back then, I guess that's what it was for them because it's like, you know, whatever. And then we find out that Claire can't have kids. And Jenny, I guess, you know, she could sense that she was kind of like, and she was like, you know, there's a woman here, she has raspberry something. I guess she was talking about raspberry leaf tea. That's the only thing I can think of. And some other things to help her with, you know, reproduction. And Claire was just like, you know,
whatever, because
she ain't say nothing.
Claire was like, I got an X-ray, a Pap smear. Okay, you don't know what that is, but
my ovaries
I got an
shot.
Ultrasound. Like I got the T-zone. I got the T ovaries.
You're so stupid. But you know what? It cracks me up when women think that they can't have babies. They automatically, like if they don't get pregnant when they marry, whatever. The woman always thinks it's them. Mm-hmm. And they never think, it may be the man that you're with. Maybe you can't have children with him.
Exactly. Because obviously if you're having children, you're smashing one dude. It's like,
you know, and men always be like, what you talking about? I'm fine. You know what I mean? So I'm thinking that she will get pregnant with Jamie eventually. And I'm thinking Jamie's going to be an ass and say, what did you do or something like that. Because you know he wasn't a witch. You know, Jamie be tripping. Jamie be tripping a little bit sometimes.
But wait a minute though, because there was some part when, I'm not sure if it's the same episode, but he asked her how old she was. And I kind of missed it. Is he older than her?
No, she's older than him.
Okay.
She's older than him. I think he's like 22 and she's 27.
Okay. Oh, so it's not bad.
Yeah, it's not like crazy, but yeah, she's older than him. Because he was like, I thought you were like my age. And she was like, yeah, because then he did some math and said 200, she's 200 and something. She was like,
no,
your math isn't right. Because technically she went in the past, so she's not, well, yeah, I guess so, yeah. I don't know, it was crazy, whatever. But Jenny having that baby was crazy. Did y'all see when she got into that squat and was bearing down to push down on that baby? I was like, oh my God. And then she got into that dog, like... She was like, put your hands on your knees and hump your back. What is it? Put a hump in your back and bend your knees. That's what it is. Anyway, when she got into that, like, doggy-like position, and Claire got behind her and was twisting that baby. And you can hear it. You can hear it. It was like,
Good for the night, good for the note the baby came out. And all the while this is going on, these bums are downstairs still enjoying their potatoes.
And making noise. And talking about, shut up, woman. With all that noise and all that trash.
You know she's pregnant.
That joint is pissing me off.
I can't stand them type of house cats make you never want to give nobody your address.
It's ridiculous.
You can't have my address.
You know? But I was like, dang man, I felt so bad for Jenny, but she gave birth to the baby.
And everything was cool.
It was a girl. It was like, oh, it was really cute. But that pregnancy was frightening.
It was.
I thank God for the epidural. Yes.
I don't know if I would have them, but then it's like, would I get the epidural? Probably.
Child, I was trying. I wanted to have natural, and when I got to about 4 or 5 centimeters, first of all, at 3, I was like, my daughter was 9 pounds 6 ounces. Yeah. So, listen.
I think I'm really straight on that anyway. But Jasmine's gonna have my kid anyway.
Do I hear this?
Anyway. I got T ovaries anyway. You know what I'm saying?
Whatever.
Oh, I mean uterus.
Whatever. Anyway, so that's what we thought. Tell us what y'all thought about Outlander. Outlander was pretty turned up. Outlander is always pretty turned up.
Yeah, I've not seen a bad episode of Outlander.
No, not at all. No. And that is the truth. Not at all.
Mm-mm.
Now, who's always turned down, whether he's there or not, is Jack Black. He's a horrible, horrible, horrible man.
No, but Jenny was like, last episode.
Definitely laughing.
The last episode, she was
like, ah, and he kept slapping the hell out of her. She was like, That's what it is. She kept slapping the hell out of her. Then he just knocked her unconscious and dipped. I was like, I guess his feelings were really hurt.
Yeah.
Anyway, I'm Jazz.
I'm Britt.
NYCWAO.
Easy.